nobody cares so much about you. Ikaw lang nag-iisip nun. Na parang any other Filipino parents, they still hope na magiging straight anak nila. They still hope na magkakaapo sila, which is very valid talaga. Tapos parang I felt like at the time, if I declared na gay nga ako, it will crush my parents' heart. Yung dreams nila mawawasak. Totoo nga sinasabi nila na in the Philippines, medyo tolerated ang gay people, but not accepted.
So welcome back everybody. In today's video, we have our very special guest. Could you please introduce yourself?
Mabuhay! And welcome to Philippine Airlines.
Whoa.
Kasi naka-red.
That actually sounds like the actual thing. What the heck?
But yes, Atekwah, I am here today with Tito Kwa. Yes, thank you for Hello! Ako yung host bigla.
Binaligtad.
Charot.
Yeah.
Never mind. Oh.
Yeah. But with that being said, Atekwah, thank you so much
Right.
for being here.
Of course.
I mean, you know, I told you beforehand the topic we're gonna talk about, and alam ko, it's not the easiest topic to talk
not.
about. And being in this country, it's still medyo taboo pa, di ba? To
Yeah,
talk about.
somehow.
Yeah, but right now we're gonna shift gears and we're gonna get straight to the topic. And I wanna ask you, Atekwah, what's the reality like of being an LGBT member here in the Philippines?
Actually, everything I'm gonna say is based on personal experience, ha? Like, I don't wanna speak for anyone else. That's not me. Kasi kanya-kanya tayong experience. Even as straight people, gay people, whatever, diba? So, for me personally, I feel like, in the Philippines, the LGBTQIA++ community, we are tolerated. But I feel like dun sa accepted part, parang medyo no. Which is
Right.
very understandable dahil sarado katoliko tayo. We
Yeah.
live in a very religious country naman kasi.
Yeah. But would you say at this point, the Filipinos and the Philippines in general has a negative outlook on it?
Very subjective yung term na yon because I don't think in general merong negative outlook and I don't think in general then merong good outlook. Siguro just as other country then na alam mo yun, we all have our own takes
Yeah.
regarding this matter.
Definitely. Before anything else, can I ask you, what do you identify yourself as?
I'm gay, fully gay, non-bendable gay.
Non-bendable gay. Yeah. Part of my courtesy to ask what your pronouns are.
Actually, like, I don't really mind yung pronouns. You can call me her, she, him, whatever. It doesn't matter. Basta
Yeah.
tao ako. I don't really mind, whatever. You can call me whatever. He, she, her, they, them, it. That's fine with me.
Now I want to ask you a personal question since, as you said earlier, everyone's story is very unique to each individual. And I want to know, how did you find out that, yes, you swing this way, that you are a gay person?
It's funny kasi nalaman ko siya through other people growing up. Parang imagine like siguro 8 pa lang ako noon, bata pa lang ako. Tapos parang I would get the question sa school na parang, are you gay? Are you gay? Tapos I
Right.
didn't even know what gay was. Like sometimes yung mga family members din na parang ginagawa kang katawa-tawa na parang bading ata. Tapos
Yeah.
ako parang ano po yung bading na yun?
Right.
And then I finally acknowledged with myself na I think it was around 13. Siguro medyo mahaba na, oo nga no, feeling ko gay ako. Growing up, ang dami namang signs. I would listen to Regine, for sure. Yung mga baklang Pilipino,
Yeah.
makaka-relate yung lahat. Bumibirit ako ng dadalhin, yung mga ganun,
Yeah.
shine, whatever. Tapos nanonood ako ng Sofia the First. Tapos print Barbie, ganyan.
Yeah.
Kaya naging Barbie lap.
Yeah. So from a young age, you're really just more into the feminine side of things.
Actually, yeah. But since my fear pa nga to come out, syempre, knowing how it's such a harsh reality sa outside the world, especially when we get out, for a long time, I was suppressing it. Masasabi ko, maybe until last year, medyo suppressed
Right.
pa siya, ganon.
Also, since you found out in 13, it's only really just come out
Oo,
recently.
slowly, parang process by process, until I slowly started to embrace myself. I think that's the most beautiful process about it. Kasi syempre, I had to take so many things into consideration. Like, my friends, family. As a growing teenager, ang dami-daming voices na pumapaligid sa'yo. Like, even the church, di ba? So, it was a nerve-wrecking ball for me.
Yeah.
Ganon.
Yeah. I'm a big believer that when you suppress something for too long, it's just gonna come out in a cathartical
Yeah.
experience, right?
Yeah.
So why were you holding that in for so long before you came out?
Because like, ganito yun. Everyone knew that I was gay. Basically, out naman ako, pero I didn't express myself this way pa. Parang wala ako. Parang feeling ko nun dapat. Kasi growing up, the image of a gay person na ganito has been placed in my mind na parang pagbading ka, dapat at least discreet ka para respetuhin ka.
Right.
Pagbading ka, dapat at least tawag dito, hindi ka masyadong loud. Dapat di ka nagka-cross-dress kasi tatawanan ka. But alam mo yon, I don't think that's real. Na parang why do I have to adjust to what other
Right.
people would say? Na parang dress this way, ganyan-ganyan. So you're a little bit more tolerable or respectable. But I'm like, tama ba yun? Diba?
Yeah.
So that's where I started embracing who I really am.
Yeah. And out of curiosity, just part of the reason why I wanted to do these interviews, so I could know on a deeper level what it's like, and just understand deeper and extend more love and grace to
Right.
people in this kind of category. Would you say that being part of this LGBT or being gay is inborn?
This question actually, I feel like it varies. Because I don't know, nowadays, since may kanya-kanya nga tayong experiences, kanya-kanyang stories, personally, I felt like baby pa lang ako, Barbilat na ako. But hearing different stories from different people, from different walks of life, yung iba, they discovered that they were gay at this age, ganyan. Yung iba nagka-asawa na, yung iba nagka-anak na, yung iba nagka-girlfriend na. So sabi ko, maybe I think it differs per person. Maybe some feels gay na sila kapag pinanganak pa lang sila, they know what they want already. But for some people, I think they just find out. Middle age na yung iba. Like, there's so many, like, for example, si Caitlyn Jenner. Ang tanda na niya, 60s na ata siya, tapos bigla siyang nag-trans. May anak na siya, ang dami niya ng anak. Sabi ko, oh my God, so baka hindi nga siya inborn, baka inborn siya. Again, it's a very subjective conversation and it really does vary.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking again, I'm gonna tread very lightly here and I don't want to ask you something you don't want to answer. How did your friends, or at least the people in your circle, take it when you were already acting like a gay person?
Actually, since innate sa akin mag-act feminine, parang nobody was really shocked. Parang, alam ko naman, expected naman, gano'n. Parang, no one really took an offense about it. Kasi nga, because I'm the type na I'm really true to myself. Na ako yung tipong, if ito yung gusto ko, ito yung gusto ko.
You won't lie to yourself, right?
No. But I can try to hide it for quite some time. But at least alam ko inside what I want, gano'n. And I show it naman. And then, pero alam mo yun, you show something pero may mga reserved things ka pa rin to yourself.
It's just pent up inside there, no?
Yeah.
Dang. And if you don't mind me asking, when did you officially announce and come out as gay?
Siguro when I was 14, 15-ish, mga ganon. Na sabi ko, gay talaga ako, wala akong magawa. Like siguro, it was a very hard thing for me to finally declare. Kasi nga, syempre, like any other Filipino parents, they still hope na magiging straight anak nila. They still hope na magkakaapo sila, which is very valid talaga. Tapos parang I felt like at the time, if I declared na gay nga ako, it will crush my parents' heart. Yung dreams nila mawawasak. But at the end of the day, like I had this thing in mind na, ayun yung totoo eh. So, like, better go through the process itself habang maaga pa rather than I would spend siguro until 30 years old na ako tapos mas high na yung hopes ng parents ko na magkakajowa ako ng babae, na magkakaanak ako. So bigla ko lang i-crush, 30 years old bading ako. I think for me that's more painful. So what I did growing up, parang unti-unti ko talagang pinapakita na ito ko until masanay na silang makita yung ganung setup. Ganun.
Right. Yeah, and this might be a personal question, but let alone whether you're LGBT or not, just to express yourself out there, that's difficult in and of itself. But did you ever feel like you were outcasted in society because of it?
A lot. Schools growing up. Because diba, merong point na nag-homeschool ako, but may point na I went to regular school. Tapos may mga mape rin kami, mga ganon. So, kasi pag homeschooler ko kasi, at least once a week, you still go to school. May option kayo na ganon, para you can still at least mingle with other friends, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos parang, the social butterfly that I am still felt like I did not belong. Because it was a Christian Catholic setup. So, syempre, I cannot blame the people my age at the time kasi they didn't know much as well. And especially no time na hindi pa educated lahat ng tao on what gay people are. So parang lagi akong kinukot siya, ganyan, na bading-bading. And I would get into fights a lot.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Sa mga nakasipakan ko dyan sa CR. Hello sa inyo. Pero ayun, like, kasi ako talaga yung type na until this day, pag alam kong nasa tama ako, tapos aapihin mo ko, hindi pwedeng gano'n. Like, and pag inaaway mo ako sa something na hindi ko naman kasalanan, bakit? Like, kasalanan ko bang ganito ko? Bakit mo ako aawayan, ibubully? Pumapatol talaga ako.
Pero how about now? Do you still feel isolated and outcasted?
No. And sometimes, which makes it hard in the Philippines. Dito ko siya na-realize. Kasi parang, sa'yo ko pa lang ito ma-open up. I haven't opened this up to anyone. And sa'yo na rin, dahil chismosa kang nanonood. Lately, parang feeling ko nasa ganung crisis ako na, totoo nga sinasabi nila na in the Philippines, medyo tolerated ang gay people, but not accepted. Now, feeling ko, may conditions yon. Kasi alam mo yung feeling minsan na people will tell you, unconditional love, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes I feel like there are conditions for you to be able to be tolerated at least. Diba, ang saklap nga, may conditions na nga, pero ba't di mo pa i-accept? Bakit nandun pa rin sa tolerated box? Bakit hindi mo na lang i-full on? Tino-tolerate mo na nga, learn to accept and to love na rin regardless. But syempre, hindi patas ang mundo. Na-realize ko lately na parang kailangan mong may mapatunayan bago ka muna respetuhin. You need to prove something to people before they tolerate you. Parang gano'n. Because growing up, nagkaroon ako ng mindset na if bakla na nga ako, iyakin pa ako, nagpapaapi pa ako, wala pa akong inambag sa buhay, hindi ako nagtatrabaho, I don't earn my own money. Parang I felt like walang respect, parang gano'n. So parang I feel like to earn the tolerance siguro or the respect of people, parang I had to climb a ladder myself. Kasi I felt like magiging normal gay dude lang ako na palamunin. Siguro baka walang re-respect. That's one thing that makes it hard as a member then of the LGBT na parang I'm not speaking for all ha. Maybe some of you can relate na parang dapat lagi akong may papatunayan. Parang everyday, ano bang kailangan kong patunayan? And even up to this day, like I cannot answer that question. But I know to myself na mas settled na ako, mas content na ako kasi I'm receiving love from anonymous people even.
How did you come to that point where you're able to find this confidence to just be you out there?
Before dressing up like this, expressing myself like this, parang I'd like to put myself in a box until I realized lately, nung siguro during the Barbie premiere, which was very recent, nung
Like
nirelease
last year
ang Barbie.
lang, no?
Oo, last year.
Yeah.
Then ko na-realize na parang, this is my mindset eh. Baka ma-apply nyo rin.
Yeah.
Nobody cares so much about you. Ikaw lang nag-iisip nun. Na parang, I may dress like this, act like this, whatever. Pero yung taong dadaan, makakalimutan niya ako later. And what matters are the people close to me. And syempre, in the process of coming out, in the process of showing people who I really am, we also lose friends. And I feel like that's one of the hardest part of it, like losing people. But I always try to remind myself na in life, you cannot keep everybody. And sometimes, people are seasonal. And also, yung mga tao sa buhay mo, minsan yung mga umaalis, they're the ones na siguro tapos na yung purpose nila sa life mo. Or maybe they're not the real ones, ganon. Every time I lose a close friend in my life, iniisip ko na lang na maybe it's a blessing in disguise, ganon.
So at the end of the day, you don't regret losing some friends or anything?
No because like, ayun yung kapalit ng pagiging totoo sa sarili mo and pagiging totoo sa people that's surrounding you. Because confidence isn't built overnight. Siguro it's also a matter of believing in yourself and trying to love yourself, which is a lifelong process. Like, to be honest, most of the times, I don't think confident ako. Like, if you don't feel like confident today, or bukas confident ka, whatever, it changes eh. But sometimes pretend, snap out. Alam mo, walang mahipake, to be honest.
Gising
Like,
na.
oo, like, kung magta-tumbling ako dito, yung mga taong dumadaan, mag-react yan na parang, ay, ginagawa nitong gagang to. Pero mamaya, wala na ako sa isip nila. So do what you want. As long as wala kang naapakang tao. That's always the limit.
No, I love that because Laurence, that also reminds me of my life story when I started doing what I'm doing, this channel, and maybe controversially not even going to school. I lost some really close friends of mine already.
Of course.
And even up to this day, it doesn't seem like I could bridge that friendship anymore. And just to know that someone's going through that or has went through that, it's also very comforting. And if that's you also, put in the comments, thank you, Atekwah.
Ako ba yung nagtanggal ng friend mo sa buhay mo? Charot. Ako ba may kasalanan? Charot. Sometimes, you have to learn how to accept that people will leave.
And I guess it's just the price you have to pay for authenticity and, you know, being true to yourself. You mentioned earlier that you've lost some friends along the way, but did you find good friends in the community that you can call like sila na talaga ang mga good friends ko?
Of course, pero syempre, wag pa rin mag-expect na forever din yon. Kasi dun ka masasaktan ate ko. Nako po, like people come and go talaga. Tapos what's good about it, pag merong taong tinatanggal sa buhay mo or pag may opportunity na tinatanggal sa buhay mo, not to be super biblical or religious here, God places something new. And sometimes something even better na magmamatch doon sa season mo. Hindi ko sinasabing yung friend mong nawala before, kaya ganyan kasi less sila, tapos may better na dating. No. Yung friends na meron ka before, they were perfect for your season at the time. And now, since we grow into new seasons in our lives, since may mga walk tayong bago, like, may bagong characters.
Yeah.
Parang part 2, part 1 lang yun ng movies, babe.
Yeah.
Totoo yun. Ay, Atekwah pala. Nakakalimutan ko. Atekwah pala yung tawag ko.
Yeah. And how did you find these people na, may community pala na people are like me? Yeah.
Alam mo, funny, kasi I don't think you find them. They come to your doorstep. And also, same with you.
Yeah.
For example, pag nawalan tayo ng friends, di rin natin alam na yung taong kausap natin nawalan din ng friends.
Right.
Tapos our paths just suddenly crossed, na bigla lang tayo magkiklik na parang, oh my God, like biglang may friends. Like, right now, I have a good circle. Like yung circle of friends ko, super saya. Can I name drop?
Please,
like,
go ahead.
Never mind, cut it all.
Okay.
Mamaya may hindi pa ako ma-mention. But di mo ako mention? Bakit? Sino ka ba?
Yeah.
Charo!
Naku, kailangan mo ng 1,000 list.
Oo, basta marami akong friend na super loving
Yeah.
and lovable sometimes.
And huggable, I don't know.
Parang ayaw nila ng physical touch.
Okay. I'm just trying to create rhymes.
Anyways.
Yeah. You know, with that being said, I'm more curious now. Do you have any horror stories of being gay out there? If, again, it's okay to ask you.
Feeling ko naman like every person, kahit straight, merong horror stories, you know, like, but I don't want to get into detail. Pero alam mo yun, since like, no one knows kung gaano kagrabe ang extent ng bullying. And most of the time, kinikip namin yun. Alam mo yun, sometimes you don't want to add unnecessary stress to your friends, to your parents, kanya. Tapos ikikip mo lang. Feeling ko, to me, ayun yung pinaka-horror story ko. Hindi naman sa pinaka, but that's the first thing that popped in my head. Na parang imagine being bullied, having to fight outside, and kailangan kong kagatin yung bibig ko para hindi ako iiyak. Parang minsan, there are nights na I ask myself, na ito ba yung price that I have to pay for being gay? So may times na parang, and may time na pinilit ko sarili ko maging straight.
I want to hear more about that. Could you talk
Totoo
to me more?
yun. Like, ewan, during those moments, parang sabi ko, baka kaya pa itong maging straight, Lord. Ayoko nang mahirapan. Kasi parusa. Feeling ko pinaparusahan talaga ako. But I had to accept na how I'm designed right now is maybe what the world needs. Alam mo yun? Like, ini-imagine ko minsan, I try to compare, baka pag straight ako, hindi ako funny. Baka pag straight ako, hindi ako masyadong empath kasi hindi ako na-bully. Alam mo yun? Minsan kasi nagiging empath tayo dahil na-bully ka, nasaktan ka, or whatever. Or maybe naman, pag naging straight ako, may problems doon naman akong separate, diba?
Right.
Separate design. Pero minsan naiisip ko rin na parang, baka pag straight nga ako, baka hindi na ako as funny as now. I feeling ko that's my most powerful attribute, like making people smile.
Yeah.
Kasi with that, it makes me smile also, diba?
Yeah. I mean, you have such a powerful personality.
Hello.
You could just walk in the room and just be like, it's me, Atekwah, and then everyone's
Oh,
just like, ayong. Are you hopeful for this in the Philippines in the next 5-10 years? That the outlook on the LGBT community could be much better?
Yes, I hope so. Like, I am very hopeful kasi comparing naman the Philippines to where we were before and how it was with the LGBTQIA++ community, grabe rin eh. Like, ang dami ring massive changes. And I feel like people are slowly being open-minded to the situation. Kaya kanina when you asked na parang, do you think there's a negative outlook towards the LGBT community in the Philippines? I don't think completely. Because I feel like gay people are also very celebrated in the Philippines. Like, there's drag, different forms of art.
Right.
And I feel like, ang lungkot ng mundo pag walang gay people. And hindi ako biased. Like, imagine, like, walang glamour, walang colors, walang jokes, walang nakakatawang ganun.
Right.
So I think kung meron mang attributes ang gay people, it's being gorgeous,
Right.
being funny, being bombacious.
Yeah. Feisty. Yeah.
Ganon.
I guess if there's one thing you could change about how the country looks at the LGBT right now, what would it be?
I would close their eyes. Charot. I mean,
Lahat kayo magagaya sa akin.
siguro, aside from tolerance, yung tinotolerate lang ang gay people, siguro, we'll get to the point na we will finally accept and love. Kasi sure naman ako na kung ito ang buong Pilipinas, may percentages na dito na love nila ang gay people, accept talaga nila ang gay people. Pero alam mo yun, there's still like maybe 25% on the way.
Right.
And feeling ko naman, we will all get there. Kasi at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all feel things. And I don't think anyone deserves to be an outcast. Totoo yun. Like, not just with actually being gay. Kasi this goes down a long conversation from your color, from your height, from your weight, from how you look. Alam mo yun, I think gender is just one of the smallest aspect in a person. Feeling ko pa rin yung heart pa rin nila yung nagmamatter.
I want to ask something a bit more personal questions, if that's okay to ask.
Yeah.
You know, as you can tell by this channel, I interview people in the streets or I just ask them questions. And I bumped into this one person who, you know, although I didn't ask about his gender, he was very feminine and you can tell he's part of the community, right? And I asked him, what's one thing you wanted to change about the country? And he says that people like him are so neglected out there. People like him, in his words, walang namamansin. And has that been an issue for, I guess, the majority of the people in this LGBT spectrum?
Of course. Kaya nga, I feel like some people who are in the community that I'm a part of, nagkakaroon talaga ng mindset growing up na parang kailangan kong may mapatunayan. Kasi pag wala akong napatunayan, hindi ako papansinin. Walang magmamahal sa akin. So minsan, it also makes me question na parang, so, akala ko ba ang love ano yan? Parang, ano tawag doon?
Unconditional?
Unconditional. Pero bakit, for me to get to this point, ang daming conditions na kailangan. And that's what my heart actually breaks for. Dahil super daming ang people from the LGBTQIA++ community that feels unseen, or pag seen naman sila, ginagawa silang circus, ganyan-ganyan. And siguro, dun ko nakita yung ano, parang okay, kung seen nga ako, ginagawa akong circus, so I'll make myself a circus. And you can actually do it in a good way. Like, make people smile. Kasi minsan binubully tayo, ginagawa nila akong katawa-tawa lagi, ganyan-ganyan. Which I had that phase in my life, na parang, bakit parang they always make fun of me, tinatawanan nila ako. Eh di sabi ko, okay, fine, tawanan natin ang sarili ko, parehas. Lahat tayong umiti. Something negative could sometimes still be turned into something positive. There's always a gift behind that. Doon ako naniniwala na. So people will ask me, saan mo nakuha yung patawa-tawa mo? Kasi you're so funny. Hala, sino nagsabi? Dineclare ko mag-isa ko. Pero alam mo yun, like, paano naman may natutuwa sa inyo? Kahit isa dyan. Yung lola ko pala yung nanonood. Siya lang pala yung natutuwa sa akin.
Shout out to you, Lola.
Kaya sa dalawa kong grandma. Pero ayun nga. So I was like, okay, fine. So let's all laugh. Alam mo yun?
Yeah. And I guess, just a penultimate question. Do you ever still feel lonely out there?
Lalo na entering the love life topic.
Actually, let's delve deeper. It's not a penultimate question.
Parang, it is sad sometimes. Kasi may mga straight friends tayo, nagkakaroon ng girlfriends, ganyan-ganyan, ng boyfriends, ganon. Tapos parang, minsan naiisip ko na hanggang ganito na lang ba ako? Third wheel lagi, hanggang support. So feeling ko, maybe 80% of our population, may country ba ang mga bading? Meron po. Atekwah. Supporting actress na lang ba ako lagi?
Supporting character.
Oo, supporting character na lang ba ako?
Kailan ako magiging main character?
Correct. Every day.
So it leads me to my next question. What's it like dating as an LGBT person in the Philippines?
Can I be honest?
Please, go ahead. This is what the channel's all about.
Horrible! Buiset!
Talaga? Why? Bakit?
Pero siguro baka biased lang ako. Sa sarili ko lang ina-apply yun.
Yung experience mo lang.
Oo, generalize. Pero nakita ko naman, ang daming mga gay couples na super happy sila in the relationship. But siguro it's not just about, believe ko lang to ulit ha, baka mag-typing warriors na naman kayo dyan. Pag huy! Huwag kang ganyan. Kailangan natin ng mabait na tao sa mundo. Bring smile and give smile. Sabi nga ni Chris Aquino, love, love, love po tayong lahat.
Thank you from Atekwah, guys.
So ayun na nga. Super hirap, I feel like pa rin. Not just because of the gender, but maybe also the generation. Kasi aminin na natin, sa mga taong ka-age natin ngayon, more on hookup culture. Alam mo, we're all in the hookup culture. And sometimes, tawag dito, sa mga clubs, gano'n. Again ha, hindi ito generalized topic. But may mga ganong instances. So people, yung mga totoong nagmamahal, nahihirapan makahanap ng love. Kasi yung mga taong nagmamahal, lagi sila yung ginagamit, lagi sila yung sinasaktan. Ako pala yun! Bakit ba kasi di mo ako ligawan?
Whoever you are, ligawan mo na.
Oo, tigas ng ulo mo eh.
Pero you know, just to give some insight, as a straight man also, that's kind of like everything that you said is true. It's just hookup culture and whatnot.
But syempre, I still do believe na may mga tao dyang nagmamahal pa rin ng totoo. Like me, and I don't know about you, but like me.
Pero yung problema lang, ang hirap hanapin ang mga taong gaya natin.
Gaya ko.
Gaya mo.
Pero ayun eh. So, having some friends na may pure heart and pure intentions pa rin makes me believe na somewhere out there, merong ganun pa rin.
It's not a hopeless cause.
It's not a hopeless cause. But at some point, nagigets ko rin na bakit maybe mas malala din ang hookup culture sa mga gays. Baka kasi, some people, they were in my place once upon a time na parang, and then they just gave up on the idea na parang, okay, baka hindi na ako makahanap ng pagmamahal. So whatever.
Yeah, the best
Bahala
thing they can
na,
get
mag-hook up na lang
yeah.
ako. So kaya siguro mas dumadami yung ganun. Kasi parang, I feel like yung generation natin, onti na lang naniniwala sa love.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you feel that, pero feeling ko, onti na lang naniniwala sa love.
I feel you.
Ako papasok na ako ngayon sa hookup culture. Charot.
Hey guys, please send your resumes down below. I'm gonna review them first as a first screening, and then I'll forward the best candidates to Atekwah.
Correct.
So you gotta make sure that you are good, otherwise you won't get past the first screening.
May ganun, dating app pala to, ate.
With that being said, Atekwah, now we're gonna move into quick fire questions as we end this interview. Okay, first question, face or body?
Hello.
3, 2,
Face. Can I explain?
Okay, go.
Kasi like, I like men with abs and a good bicep. Ganun. Pero minsan kung pangit naman yung mukha mo, gigising ako sa umaga, sa katawan ba ako nakatingin? Alam, syempre sa mukha mo, di ba? Dapat mukha kang angelic.
Yeah.
Alam nga naman, maganda katawan mo, tapos mukha kang, ayoko na mag-talk.
Okay, second question, cute smile or cute eyes?
Cute smile. Because I have a cute smile. So, hello! Sino nagsabi nun ulit?
Tall or short?
Tall, of course.
Okay.
Are we talking about height?
Height. Okay, that's up to your interpretation. Foreigners or Filipinos?
Foreigners.
I like my half Filipinos too, don't worry. Another thing, athletic or musically inclined?
Athletic.
Good cook or good cleaner?
Akala ko, ano ba yung sasabihin mo? Good cook or good in bed?
You can answer that if you want.
No. Good cook or good cleaner?
Yeah.
Good cook. Oo, good
Nonchalant or golden retriever energy?
cook. Ay, golden retriever. Dapat yung obsessed sa akin. Yung tipong, hahabulin niya ako araw-araw, ate ko. Hindi pwedeng nonchalant. Baka masaksak kita dyan mga 10 beses sa lalamunan mo.
Yeah.
Ganon.
So, ito, one more. Malambing but super clingy or sakto lang?
Obsessed.
Obsessed
Super
dapat.
clingy.
Yeah.
Yung tipong makikita mo pa lang ako pauwi ng bahay. Oh my God! I worship you. I worship you. Ganong energy.
Good energy. Okay, so final
Ano
question.
na ako akit nito? Anyway.
Stay at home or party at night?
Ako ba or sa partner?
Both of you.
Hello. Siguro stay at home.
Stay at home. Well, Atekwah, thank you so much for your time. But before we end, is there anything you want to tell the viewers out there?
Wala naman. Maganda ako. Thank you.
Please like and subscribe. Follow Atekwah on all the social media platforms down below. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat.
And also follow the minor reviews on Instagram.
And TikTok.
And TikTok.
So we're nearly, I think by the time this will be up, I've hit 3,000 already.
Amen.
But we're trying to hit more videos and more views and more likes on TikTok and Instagram. Because I need these sponsorship deals and I can only do that through you.
Correct.
So,
and tatandaan, unahin ang kagandahan, ihuli ang katangahan. I love you, Atekwah, and Bibi Kwa, and Kuya Kwa, and all of the Kwas, all of the above. Bombaning! Bye.
bye-bye. Thank you so much, Laurence.
Thank you.
That was great.